Hi friends, please subscribe to my channel for more SQL and MSBI technology up-to-date videos. In this video, we'll talk about how to load plot files in SQL Server using SSIS. Plot files is nothing but a notepad files or text files. So let me show you the plot file structure first. So that is there in my F drive, SSIS folder, source folder, and the file name is source.txt. If I open the source.txt, you can see the file structure which are of having id, name, location and gender with 4 columns and 3 rows of data. So the process is going to the same even though you have 100 columns with thousands of rows in the plot file. If you see my delimiter, the delimiter between the columns is comma. So here I am using a delimiter as a comma between the columns, and next line as a row delimiter. Row delimiter is the next line and the column delimiter is a comma here. So you can put whatever the delimiter you want. You can put semicolon, you can put some special character, whatever it is. You can specify that in the SSIS as a delimiter between the columns and rows. So that is how my source has been framed in the source file. The name of the file is source.txt. Now let me go to the destination. My destination here is a SQL Server. So with the name of the table as a employee, it is there in the sample database. If you see, the table is empty, so which are of having 4 columns. Let me show you the structure of it. So this is the structure of the table. So if you see that I have a 4 columns ID and it is with a varchar data type, name, location and gender. All are varchars and currently as of now is nullable. Okay, this is an example. So I am making as a varchar and all are nullable as of now. So let me create a package to load the plot file to the SQL Server. So let me go to the Solution Explorer. So there I can add a new package. So right click on the SSIS packages, click on new package. So here by default it comes with a package 1, 2 or something like that based on the package names. So let me rename it to a meaningful name as a developer. So naming convention is really important. Okay. So now let me give a meaningful name, plot file load. So I'm going to make it as a plot file load. Okay. Yeah. See in this package, so I'm going to design design in such a way how to load the plot file to the SQL Server. So here to load data from any files, I need to use a data flow task. So that task is available in the SSIS toolbox. If you see under the favorites, I have a data flow task. Let's drag and drop the data flow task from the SSIS toolbox. So this is a data flow task which will help us to load the data from plot file to the SQL Server. Not only from plot file to SQL Server, from any source to any destination. So that is the behavior, that is the purpose of data flow task. It will help us to flow the data from one place to another place in SSIS. Now let me go to data flow task configuration. How to configure data flow task? Let's double click on the data flow task. So once you double click on data flow task, then you will be moved to the second tab with the name of a data flow. Under that you have a data flow task. Here this is the place where you need to configure your plot file source or any sources and any destinations. Now let's go to the SSIS toolbox. So here you have a sources and destinations. So here you need to take a plot file source. So for example, so if your source is Excel, you need to take Excel source. If your source file is raw file, you need to take a raw file source. If your file is XML source, you need to take a XML source. If your source is a SQL Server or any RDBMS, better to take a OLE DB source. So once you're confirmed with your source, let's take the respective source control here. So now my source is a plot file source in this scenario. Let's drag and drop that plot file source from toolbox to the window, and let's start configuring that. How to configure that? So here in SSIS, the configuration you are going to do with the help of the double click or right click and edit in both the ways. So repeating, so you can configure any control in SSIS. So with the help of the double click or right click and edit. So I am double clicking on it. I'll be getting this window. So next I will be clicking on right click and click on edit. So you'll be get the same window. So if you already have a connection manager in the package, you can use that. Otherwise, you need to click on a new. So once you click on a new, So here, so this is a place where you need to select the source file. So here, this is the place where you are going to write the connection manager name. So I am going to make it as a source connection. You can give whatever the name you want, source manager or source connection manager. So as a developer, the naming convention is really important for us. So now that is the reason why I made it as a source manager here. Now let's locate the source file which is there in your folder. Let's browse it. So once you browse it, so if you directly move to the folder, that is fine. Otherwise you need to browse to the particular folder. So under that folder I have like a couple of flat files, but I don't want to select any of it because I am planning to load only source.txt. Let's double click on it. So once you double click on it, so here, so you will be getting, means like that column delimiter, row delimiter and all you will be getting. Okay, and if you see this, so text qualifier, there is no text qualifier here. So if you need a more detail on the text qualifier, so in the videos, in my videos you have a text qualifier video. Let's go to the text qualifier and see that. Next, so column names in the first data row, yes, my file contains a first row as a column names. Next, so if you want to write any description, you can write it. So it contains employee data, so you can write it whatever the description you want. Now let's go to the columns. So what are all the columns you have? Yeah, here you can see this is for row delimiter, so this is for column delimiter. Okay, and you sample data you can see here. Okay, let's click on OK. So this is how we configure source in the SSIS. Now let's move on to the destination. So let's, once you're done with the source configuration, let's go to the SSIS toolbox. Let's drag and drop the respective destination. If you want to load again into the plat file, let's take a plat file destination, or if you want to load into any RDBMS, better to take a OLE DB destination. So this is the OLE DB destination, is the one which will help us to load the data into any RDBMS systems. Now let's establish a connection between flat file source and the OLE DB destination. So let's link it. So if you already know, that's nothing to worry. If you don't know how to link the flat file source and OLE DB destination, so let's select that. You will be getting two arrows. One is a gray arrow, one is a red arrow. Let's click on the gray arrow. So once you click on the gray arrow, that arrow converts into a dotted line. Now take that dotted line and hover the OLE DB destination. Let's click on the OLE DB destination. So once you click on it, it means that both are connected. Both are connected. I mean, flat file source and OLE DB destination are connected. Now let's start configuring the OLE DB destination. So let's double click on it, OLE DB destination. So once you double click on it, similarly you'll be getting a one connection manager window where you need to specify a destination connection properties. So if you already have a connection here, so then you can use that. Otherwise, so let's click on cancel and click on new. So here, so if you already have that connection established in this window, you'll see in the left side data connections. So better not to go for that. I'll show you how to create a new connection altogether here. Let's click on new, and here this is a place where you need to know the server name. So as a developer, you will be having that information with you. Let's provide a server name here. ./SQL 2012 is my server name. So your server name might be different, so that name you need to keep there, and your database name you need to put here. So my database name is sample, your database name is something development or something like that. You need to put that name here, or you have a selection facility as well. Let's click on the test connection to see the connection is succeeded or not. So if there are any errors if there are any problems in the connection, you can identify here itself. Let's click on OK and click on OK. Now let's click on OK. Now, so you are completed till the database selection, but here you need to specify the table name as well. So here, if you once your configuration is correct, once your connection manager along with the database name is correct, so here you can see the list of tables which are available in the database. Here you need to select your table. My table name is employee. Once you select the table name here, so let's go to the mappings once. Let's go to the mappings once. So if the source column names and the destination column names are same, then you don't need to map manually. It automatically maps. Here in my scenario, both are same. Source column names and destination column names are same. So here I don't need to worry on the mappings. If not, you need to map the manually. Let's click on OK. Now this is how we design a package. So once the package design is done, then we need to go for a run. So how to run the package? You can run the package with the help of the functional key F5, or you can click on this green arrow button. So once you click on it, it will start running the package. So once package completed, so you can see the status by looking at this package. I can see two green marks, tick marks. It means that my package is completed successfully, my package ran successfully. So if there are any errors either in the source control or in the destination control, you can see a red cross mark instead of this green tick mark. Now if you see this, how many rows has been transferred? Here 3 rows has been transferred from plot file source to destination, OLE DB destination. Now let me go to physically to the table and see. Let me run the select query on the top of the table, and if I run it, so it will show me the data. Here you can see these are all the 3 rows has been moved from source to a destination. Now my employee table destination contains 3 rows with 4 columns. The same number I can see in the SSIS window. As a developer, you have a flexibility to cross verify the rows number in the SSDT window itself. This is how we configure, this is how we load a plot file data to the SQL server. So if you want how to load a CSV file to the SQL server, so there is a video in my video collection. Please go to that video and watch it. Please share your valuable feedback in my comments section. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you.